Hi there, I'm Amanda Cromhote from Truth. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We interview world experts in loyalty blindly. We're hoping to create insight, spontaneity, and a lot of fun through the challenge. The challenge is about promoting the blind loyalty trust, and my book called Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. All profits from the book go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So for our next Blind Loyalty Challenge, I am very excited to speak to this wonderful lady, Leah Grimberg. She is the principal of Radical Loyalty in Canada. So Leah, thanks for joining me on the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
It's a pleasure to speak with you.
I'm really excited for our conversation. So are you ready for this? Totally blind.
I am ready. I'm completely blind. I deliberately didn't listen to your previous editions to be completely transparently blind.
Yeah, that's brave, because we've had a few weeks of them, so that's amazing. So my first question, if you could simplify one loyalty concept, what would it be and how would you simplify it?
Oh gosh, I think in general, loyalty design needs to be simplified. We make it too complicated for customers to participate and to join programs. In doing research, it was difficult to find actual information about loyalty terms and conditions for the benefits of the program. And customers can't remember more than top one, maybe two benefits. And we make it so complicated for somebody to understand and layer on and layer on and layer on. And the terms and conditions, in order to be able to participate or to be able to gain value out of a program, customers have to jump through how many hoops and know absolutely everything. And if we ourselves don't know our program that well, how can we possibly expect our customers to?
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
need to make it simple.
Brilliant. It's all about radically simplifying all elements of loyalty.
That's it. And for me, radical, it goes both ways. So radical actually means a root of a plant. It's a botanical term. So it means getting to the bottom, to the root of the problem. And also, like you said, radically understanding and radically simplifying and getting. I love the keep it simple, stupid principle, the KISS principle. Make it simple.
I think it's super special that we're interviewing together because your company name, Radical Loyalty, and the title of my book, Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. So there's definitely a reason why we're talking today, Leah.
It's meant to be, really.
Meant to be. Okay, my second question. Which non-transactional behaviors that are rewarded in a loyalty program have you seen work well for customers and for the brand?
I really like rewarding customers for user-generated content, whether it be tagging, particularly for apparel brands, when they ask customers to present outfits or how they would style or show themselves wearing their clothes. So not just necessarily rating or liking products, it's actually demonstrating how the products fit into their lives. That I think that there's definitely room for improvement. That's kind of on one hand. And on the other hand, I also love when companies reward customers for behavior that's not necessarily linked to their bottom line and more has to do with the lifestyle or well-being of the customer that is then also in line with the brand promise. So for instance, there's a pharmacy brand in the US called Walgreens, and obviously health and wellness is key to them. And with their credit card, they have typically a 1% cash back. They have a 3 times multiplier on health and wellness things like psychiatrists, vet bills, health and fitness clubs, any health related things. So yes, it's there's a tie-in to profitability in an indirect way, but it's not more so than in any other transactional behavior. But it does show that they care about their customers' well-being, and it ties into their brand promise extremely well. And so in general, when I'm seeing that kind of not necessarily altruistic, but more caring about the customer things, I'm really a huge fan.
Great to listen to that, because we hear a lot about Discovery Vitality's program and how they reward behavioral change, whether it's fitness, whether it's banking better, and so on. And to hear about Walgreens as well, which isn't like a Vitality, but effectively is bringing it in. Okay, wonderful. And actually today I was on a call with a client and we were talking about the power of user-generated content and rewarding for it. So it's great. It's timeless that you said that as well. Okay, my last quick question. What are your views on subscription-based loyalty?
Oh, amazing. We just talked about that subscription-based loyalty during our panel discussion last week in Amsterdam. In general, subscriptions can go both ways. It's all about how the brands are using them to drive the right kind of behavior with the customer. Subscriptions are not a new concept. They go back many years, because subscriptions could be your phone subscription could be your banking relationship. Just because you're paying a monthly fee doesn't necessarily mean you're loyal. It means
exactly
that there's an inertia that comes into it, that people are just reluctant to make the change. The question that we talked about during the panel was, is subscription a loyalty program? And I really think it depends. There are 4 R's that I talk about when I talk about loyalty, that really describes loyalty. There's reward, recognition, relevance, and relationship. And a good subscription program, in order to drive loyalty and emotional loyalty, needs to pay off across all those 4. And more often than not, we forget as brands to pay off on reward, thinking that the actual product the customer receives on a regular basis is in itself a reward. Well, that's baseline. That's the service that they're paying for. How do we share value with the customer for the data that they're exchanging with us, and for the recurrent revenue that they're providing with us on that regular basis? How do we recognize them as an individual differently than the other cohort of subscribers? And how do we provide them with relevant information, communication, experiences that make it a personalized and customized experience? And how do we develop the relationship that goes beyond the inertia and actually transcends into something that is actually true loyalty, which to me is forsaking all others. It's being in a relationship together.
Thank you very much. In chapter 24 in Blind Loyalty, we talk about subscription-based loyalty, and I wish I'd had this discussion before we went to print. I can see
there's always second edition.
Exactly, second edition needs to be started already. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. They were questions that didn't even raise your heartbeat. So who would you like to tag for me to talk to next? I'd love to interview someone who you know, and who would you recommend I talk to next?
Oh gosh, one of my favorite marketers, his name is Oscar Rank. He's currently in transition, but he was recently the head of a CRM and loyalty at a company called Kijiji. Kijiji is the Canadian equivalent of Facebook Marketplace, where buyers and sellers just sell their own products. And he and I work together at Loblaw, which is Canada's largest grocery retailer.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. I'd love to chat to him. If you could introduce us, that would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you.